My name is Erin Stack, and I have taught art for many years and have been an abstract painter for quite a long time. And I had sort of a change of heart as I became more concerned with oppressive history and seeing the degradation of the environment, that I decided that it was really important that I sort of drop my traditional sort of solitary studio practice and to work with others to create some, to start making environmental art. A big part of it is I'm a part of an environmental group called the Seacoast Environmental Energy Design. It was a collaboration of many different environmental groups within Newburyport, and I thought that'd be great to have a cultural wing, and that's sort of how we got started. And a big part of it for me too, maybe from my Zen training, is that to sort of see artists in the 21st century, that we really have to sort of reconsider our role in society. And I thought one of the most powerful things to do, and of course there's a lot of precedent for this, is to work in collaboration. Sort of drop our our solitary studio practice and sort of the way of making singular objects for sale, and working more ephemeral practices, collaborative practices that would be geared towards the public. Sort of reinvesting in art as an opportunity for transformation, and bring it directly to society where people can interact with the art and sort of also bring their own creativity to the artwork. For example, here, this is really created by all the viewers who come and participate in this structure. We as the Green Artist League create the framework in which people then are allowed to play and sort of see their own relationship both to art and to the environment. And that's what we're having fun here doing.
And are you pleased with how the piece has been received?
Oh, it's a blast, actually. I also trained as in psychology and as a psychotherapist. I get actually extreme pleasure in creating anxiety in people because actually the role of a good therapist is always first to make you feel safe and then to make you anxious. And because it is only through anxiety that we actually really begin to open up to the possibility of change. And so I think the best way to sort of skirt that line of a constructive anxiety, where one was actually moved towards change, is through the use of humor. And so this is always meant to be very sort of tongue-in-cheek, as a way to sort of open people up to the possibility of working. And it's been actually very exciting. We've had has a lot of really great conversations. A lot of the work we do, we do murals that are they're being painted during times where there's a lot of people going by, so that we have discussions with people with them. For instance, another project we're doing, the Leading Project, is really that we work to interact with viewers, people coming by in the general community, and really sort of creating a dialogue. And so this piece is great that way. And besides the kind of conversations we have when people create these confessions, and sometimes their initial anxiety, and I mean, I spent like 20 minutes over a confession with someone, them skirting themselves, sort of coming around. It's very amazing, sort of the dance people do, where they sort of begin to look at the stuff they don't want to look at, and then this, either they don't ever do it, which is great because they can't, or they do it and they feel good, or something happens. It's it's always different depending on the individual. But what's really great is then just watching people go by and recognizing themselves within the other confessions of the others, and that's actually become real interesting camaraderie. And I think it's actually made people feel, because really guilt by itself can push you away, but if you realize that you're one of many doing this, it sort of gives you hope that we can all change and offer possibilities. And I think that that's been true here. I mean, people really seem fairly riveted with this, which delights me.
Perfect.
Great idea. It's a simple idea.
Yeah.
But that it's manifested was really important.
Yeah.
You could just hear it.
Yeah.
But then you sort of have to deal with this other person telling you,
yeah,
which sort of doesn't allow. You're putting your anxiety into social contact, which you only have so much useful anxiety. You don't want to use it up there.
Right.
Here, you are able to be with yourself, and so there's no anxiety there. So it all just goes into your reflection. So it's like actually a really good sort of focused, sort of, you know, sort of like funneling the cattle through the gate. You sort of take the mind and you sort of center it into just your space between that and your recognition in this transgression that you can then laugh at, because it's a delightful connection that you have with this, and then you sort of leave with just a tad of you know, je ne sais quoi, a little bit of a, maybe I should do something. It's a little bit of a bummer. I realize, oh wait, maybe I could do something about that.
Plus it makes you feel good that you're not alone, you know, that we're all in the same boat,
right.
kind of thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's actually, you know, sort of hope. I really think that the Catholic Church would grow if they could have big group party confessions. You know what I mean? You just say like the whole, like, 100 at a time.
Yeah.
Boom. Instead of making them so private.
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting theological experiment.
Yeah.